Hey, y'all, this is Bob Jones, and this is the Keys Salute to Veteran. Each month, we're going to recognize and honor a local veteran who has served our country and our community. Today, we're talking with Master Sergeant Dotson Lewis. Good morning, Sarge.
Morning, and I just Sergeant will be fine.
And I appreciate that. If you're Sergeant, to the day you die, you'll be the Sergeant. Because they did not like special treatment. They just wanted you to obey.
Just remember, Sergeant.
Okay, now, when did you serve in the military? I see that you have the Korean veteran hat on, but you were in before Korea, correct?
I am, by record, a World War II veteran. I'm not. I joined the Army in December of 1946, and if you entered before 31st of December of 46, you were considered a World War II veteran.
Okay, and when you first went in, where'd you go to basic?
Fort Lewis, Washington.
Fort Lewis. It was cold.
No, it rained every day except one. It snowed that day.
Oh, yeah, it does. And you went in there for basic, and so after basic training, where were you stationed?
I got shipped to Japan, to Tokyo.
Right to Tokyo? How long did you stay there?
Off and on, 8 years.
Off and on?
I stayed there first till the Korean War, and I happened to get involved in the Korean War. And they shipped me back to the States, and by that time I had information. I needed to be in Japan quite often since I married a young lady from Japan. So I went back.
All right. So you came back with a prize.
Right.
A wife. Okay, what was your job during that time? What was your MOS?
Many MOS. I really was assigned first as an automobile mechanic because I used to do steam heating and stuff my last year in high school. And I knew a little bit about it. So I was assigned to the 27th Ordnance Battalion, but I was TDY'd to play for...
Temporary duty, TDY.
TDY, yeah. To play baseball for a Japanese baseball team because at that time MacArthur wanted one American. They just started baseball again in Japan, and the Japanese were baseball nuts. And so they wanted one American to play on each Japanese professional team. And I'd played semi-pro ball. It's pretty good ball player by my own admission. And so I played shortstop for the Kenichi Dragons.
How old were you that time?
I was 18.
So you went right out of high school?
I went out shortly after I got out of high school. Yeah.
And a lot of people were doing that back that in the day. Okay, when you were a boy, a young boy, or we say a young man because you were 18, how soon after you went in did World War II start? No,
I wasn't in the service. See, World War II had actually finished in 45.
That's right.
As you recall, and I was 56, which they consider the war still going on until the end of 36 or 56. And so I was a World War II veteran, but my first ribbon that I got was a World War II Victory Medal. I was in a...
Understood.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about basic training, and I'll never forget, they told me I was an infantryman first. Everybody is.
Everybody is. That's your MOS.
Do you have any good memories or your best memories from basic training? Because, I mean, that's the first time. I went in the Army because I wanted to get away from home. My dad was always telling me what to do. So I went and joined the military, and then I ran into Sarge and made my dad look like a piece of cake. You got any good memories out of basic?
Well, I was in basic training. The third week I was in basic training, they called me down to special service and asked me if I would play on the company or the department basketball team.
How did they know you were an athlete?
Well, they got it some way. I don't know. I'd just been an all-state basketball player.
They had a basketball team doing basic training?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Every battalion had one. And the old sergeants that were there, the old sergeants that were teaching us, they wanted to win.
Well, how long was your basic training?
8 weeks.
And in 8 weeks, you were on basketball team. Within the 8 weeks?
I did the firing, and I learned to left, and right, and that's all. The rest of the time I was a jock. For pardon expression.
Oh yeah, because the war was over and they had wound
and everybody wanted to win. You know, it's even like Army Navy today. You got to win.
Yeah, it makes sense. Any bad memories out of basic?
No, it was great. Except it was wet the whole
time. Struck out
or
something with the bases loaded.
Well, I was playing basketball. That's all I played there because it was in the wintertime.
Air ball, missed a foul shot that would have won the game.
No, I had it made. I had a lot of my friends for the barracks I lived in weren't very happy with me because I wanted to go out and close order drill, and I wasn't having to do all that stuff and go to the rifle range. I went to the rifle range one day at Fired Expert, and I was into that.
Just hit it. You could just shoot, huh?
Well, I was from Arkansas, and I used to go squirrel hunting all the time.
Okay. Yeah, hit the eye out of a squirrel at 50 paces. So now, when did you get out? How long did you serve?
Active duty, 21 years. Reserve duty, 26 years. Total of 47 years.
And you enjoyed the military?
Yeah,
like
and
that?
if I had it to do over again, I'd stay the full 30.
Really?
Yeah, except I was going to stay the full 30. I was a 30-year man from the time it started, but when I was in Germany in 1968, I was getting ready to transfer back to the States, myself, my family. I was assigned to Fort Hood. I called Fort Hood and found out where I was going. And they said, as soon as you get here, your outfit's going to Vietnam. So I put in my retirement papers.
Okay. And then anybody didn't have to go. I ain't got no hard feelings. It wasn't
Well,
a nice
I'd been
place
there.
at all.
I'd been there one time back in '52. We made a jump into French Indochina to get the French out. Do you remember? I was in that military outfit that jumped into French China, and then the French quit. You remember that? Gave up.
Dien Bien Phu.
Ben Renfrew, yeah.
Right. That's when they had that decisive battle. They came out from underground. And
So that I say now, never touch the French.
well, now, since you've been out of the military, how long have you been in Corpus Christi?
22 years.
Right out of the military, you came in?
Oh no, I went to Fort Bliss.
Well, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Dyslexic or really? I'm 96.
You're 96.
Really
okay.
69 dyslexic.
So this is a lot to talk about in a little bit of time. And since you've been in Corpus Christi, what got you involved? Because you help a lot of veterans. You do a lot of veterans programs. Your show every Saturday from 8 to 10 right here on 1440 Keys AM and 98.7 FM. You bring all of the people who know the ins and outs from the VA and all. How did you get started helping veterans?
Well, I was retired in 1965. I reached the age of 65. And I found out that
graduating high school.
Thanks a lot. Anyway, I found out that besides our retirement pay for Social Security, we had no medical care. If you were retired, you got Social Security, and that was all you got. So I went to work and got a hold of some friends, and we formed an insurance company so us retirees would have some kind of insurance, and it was costing us a lot of money. And about 8 or 10 of us started jumping in D.C., and I visited every office in D.C. and got kicked out of most of them. It took us 7 years to get TRICARE for life, and we finally got it in October of 2002.
And since you got involved in
So that's when I got involved in all what
Okay.
people they didn't know what to do when they got out. They had family problems. We had no checklist. We didn't have anything. They
So
just
you
said goodbye,
started a
Charlie.
group that would help other families since you had gone through all that red tape and stuff?
And we called it the Veterans Roundtable.
Oh, that it was just okay.
Well, it was started by I think it was an outfit. I think they were all retired. All that had a Purple Heart, disabled American veterans. They had assigned gentlemen that had been in the service to each person that was in the. This one was Blake Farenthold. You remember when he was in the, okay? And they sent someone from the Wounded Veterans, that big association, to serve and work with veterans there, and they paid them to the veterans that needed help, and that's how it started. So this gentleman started Coffee with the Veterans, and when he left, the money ran out, and he left. I was asked to. I was teaching at Del Mar at the time. And I was asked if I would start a group there, if we could have a meeting like we were having. We started about 15,000 people. 1,500 people, 15 people. And now we have somewhere around 800 or 900 coming every week.
Yeah, I've been through some of them,
You
like
have.
how to use a phone, how to
All kinds of
all
anything
kinds
you
of
need.
stuff.
And
Now, some of the problems that veterans come to you with, there's a problem of many of them adjusting. You couldn't have had a problem adjusting when you got out of the military, were you? Because in the military is a different kind of life than civilian life. Did you have some problems adjusting?
well, I was lucky. As soon as I got out, I was the GI Bill, and I wanted to get an education.
Oh, you went right into college.
So I went into college in El Paso at the University of Texas, El Paso. And I went in.
UTEP.
UTEP, yeah. The miners.
The UTEP miners out of El Paso. So people are having a hard time and all. The mantra of your show is to deal with any and every issue that a veteran could have.
If you have a problem, call in. Or if you don't have a problem, you need somebody to talk to you, we'll talk to you. And we get calls quite often. We work very carefully with J.J. Delacerda, who's the Veteran Service Officer for Nueces County. And Texas is the best for veterans. You know, we have Veterans Commission and all that, which most states don't have.
Yeah, and the Texas General Land Office has a veteran
and if we get a
board.
call for some veteran that's got a problem or something, why some of us drop out and see him and what needs you need. And then we have a lot of veterans' wives, and we have a number of veterans' wives that meet with us each week too. And a lot of times their husbands don't tell them things, or they don't know. And we have a number of veterans' wives now that join us that their husbands are bedridden, as you know. And we have a lot of that going on. And we just try, if they have information, we'll find the information. And
Well, let me ask you this. I don't know now. At your age, I don't know if you got any regrets. If you could do it all again, including military service, after you did say that you would stay the whole 30 years, so we know that, what would you have done different in your life?
I think it went pretty well. I have some things I'm going to do.
You still got stuff to do. Well, that's why you still hang around.
On my checklist. On my checklist, yeah. And there's some things that we need to do right now. I'm not saying it's good, but what I want to do is I want to get the VA back where it belongs under the Department of Defense. They don't need to be separate. We have people doing the same job at the Department of Defense and the Veterans Commission that should be doing the same thing for the same. And we're different. People don't understand it. The Department of Defense, which I'm retired, I'm paid by, I don't have anything to do with VA. I don't even use the VA clinics or anything. I don't need to because I have TRICARE for life. And I'd like to see, and when we go to different congressmen, and I meet with them quite often, they love to see me coming in or calling them, is, hey, how about let's think about doing a TRICARE for life for all veterans. That's what we should be doing. We should not be in the...
Still out there fighting for veterans. Still out there right. taking care of your brothers in arms.
We'll get it done. And you know, our average veteran, I hate to tell you this, but our average veteran is sometimes just about 80 years old now. And you're not close yet, but
well, we've been talking with Master Sergeant Dotson Lewis on this edition of Keys Salute to Veterans. Sir, once again, thank you for your service.
Thank you, and it was my pleasure.